everyone, Joy McCarthy here, holistic nutritionist. So today I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect quinoa, the fluffiest, most delicious quinoa, because people ask me this all the time. They tell me they make quinoa and it isn't fluffy and it doesn't taste very good. So here's the thing with quinoa, it is a very mild, slightly nutty flavor. It takes on the flavor of whatever you put it with. So you can make quinoa more sweet, you can make quinoa more savory, and I'm going to share a couple of recipes with you at the end of this video. So let's talk about the nutritional highlights of quinoa, because it is a total superfood. In fact, it's one of 12 superfoods in my book, Joyous Health. So quinoa is amazing because it's a complete source of plant-based protein. And it's also a great source of vitamins like B complex vitamins. It's really unique in that it has many members of the vitamin E tocopherol family, which is very much unlike so many other grains like brown rice and millet, even though quinoa is not technically a grain, but it's really unique because it has so many members of the vitamin E family. Plus, it's rich in minerals like magnesium and manganese and iron and copper and phosphorus, and it's delicious. It's totally gluten-free, so it's a completely hypoallergenic food. Provided you either make sure you wash your quinoa before you cook it, or what I always do is I actually always buy quinoa that is written on the label it has been rinsed, because you want to get rid of those bitter saponins. And saponins are present naturally in quinoa to protect the seed, but they don't help you digest it very well. Plus they're super bitter and they can really be painful if you don't remove them. When you go to eat them, it can give you stomach pain. So always make sure that your quinoa is pre-washed, or you need to rinse it yourself under water at least 2 times before you cook it. You'll know if you have a lot of those saponins present if when you cook it, you get like these soap suds. So that's a sign that those saponins have not been removed. So always make sure that you do a 2-to-1 ratio of water to quinoa. So today I'm going to be doing 2 cups of water and 1 cup of quinoa. So first we're going to add our 2 cups of water, and we're going to bring that to a boil. So now that the water is boiling, I'm going to pour in my 1 cup of quinoa, like this. I'm going to give it a little stir. And then I'm going to reduce the heat to low. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it cook for about 15 minutes, stirring once about halfway through. So it's been cooking for 15 minutes, and I have stirred it once. So as you can see, it's nice and fluffy. What I would suggest is you still let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes, but turn the heat off. And you can see that the outer ring has separated from the little quinoa seed, and that's a really good sign that it's cooked. Now, if after 15 minutes it doesn't quite look fluffy and cooked, if it looks dry, you can always feel free to add just a little bit more water and let it cook a little bit longer, because you know what, all quinoa is different. It depends what brand you buy. The key with quinoa is to be patient, but this is perfectly fluffy and delicious quinoa ready to eat. Now that you know how to make the perfect quinoa, you're probably wondering what to do with it. So I've got 2 recipes. You can click here and get my most recent recipe on the blog for a quickie quinoa bowl. You're gonna love it. It's got so many delicious vegetables. It's so hearty and yummy. And also one of my favorite recipes from my book, Joyous Health, is my quinoa berry bowl. And this is a breakfast bowl that you add berries and cinnamon and chia seeds and nut milk, maybe a little local maple syrup if you like. So lots of ideas there. So I hope you love this video. If you love my videos, subscribe below. Ask me any questions or comments you have if you want to see a future video. And I hope you have a joyous day. Bye everyone.